Game has so much symmetry or so much symbolism with horses. Bag that. When Gihun first got sent to the Squid Game and he got in trouble because he didn't have money, what was it for?
Yeah, he was gambling for horses.
For a horse race, right?
Yeah.
Now, season 2, when they're going to crack down on the front man, and then they went to the Halloween party, bro picks up a mask. What was the mask of? It was a green horse. Oh, remember? A green horse head. Yeah. The color's important for later.
Why?
All right? It's the green horse. Because if you think about it, the way Squid Game works and the way the games work themselves, season 2, the games they played is very similar to a horse derby. Remember that one where they're running around in the
carousel?
Yeah.
Oh, there was horses in the carousel.
So the carousel one, that's one. There was 3 horses there. But actually, there was 4. Because if you count Gihun as one of the 4, that's 4 horses. 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Oh. So check this shit out, right? So remember I said there's 4, and then Gihun is the green one. Because obviously when he's wearing the tracksuit, it's what color?
Green.
It's green.
Yeah.
Now there's more. There's more.
Okay.
Also, I was talking about the other game. You know the 4-legged race. That's more like a horse derby. Because if you look at the track,
yeah, I know it is.
It's literally like a horse derby. Now, there's gonna be 4, and my theory is there's gonna be 4 horsemen or 4 horses that will take down the Squid Game as the 4 horses of the apocalypse.
Oh, okay.
So 4 people are gonna take down Squid Game. All right, first is Gihun.
Yeah.
Wearing green. It's obvious.
Okay.
You know, that's the green horse. That's the first horse we see.
Yeah.
Second horse we see.
Detective?
Right? There's 4 in the Bible, in the book of Revelation. In the book of Revelation, where the 4 horsemen are talked about. The 4 are, the first one being green, Gihun. Number 2 is the white horse.
Okay,
so
white horse?
The white horse is the cop. The reason that is, each horse actually has a theme attached to it. And each character, bro, literally each character matches up to the theme and the meaning of each horse in the Bible, in the Revelation book. So the green horse represents death. It says in the Bible that wherever the horse goes or wherever this horseman goes, death shall follow. He's a rider and shall be followed by hell and death.
Okay.
Now think about it. When Gihun played the games, everyone died except for him. So where he followed, death came, but he didn't die. He's the green horse.
Yeah.
All right. Now the white horse.
Yeah. The cop, right?
Is the cop.
Yeah.
The white horse in the Bible, it represents conquest.
Oh, he was on a quest the whole time.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. To find the island. Literally. So that's what the white horse. That's the meaning of the white horse.
Okay.
In the Bible, it literally says. It's based on conquest. He's gonna conquer and take over. That's what the cop is trying to do.
Yeah. Is there a purple horse for Thanos?
No, there's no purple horse. Now, the third one. This is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say another theory later that's gonna blow your mind because it's gonna make sense. Ready?
Okay.
Is the black horse.
Black horse. Who would that
Guess
be?
who that is.
Black horse.
And it's gonna blow your mind because I have to say another theory before it, but.
Oh, is it it's the front man?
It's the front man.
Yeah.
The front man, the guy with the black mask, Young Il. Now check this out. The black one, it represents
deception.
No, it represents famine, distress, and it represents the judgment and weighing of people.
He literally controls the games.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. So in the Bible,
this is crazy.
In the Bible, I looked it up.
Take your time. Take your time on these theories.
Check this out. In the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 5-6. I'm on game, bro.
You did this yourself?
I looked this shit up. I did this all myself. What? All of this shit is all me. I swear to God, fam. Check this out. So it says, I behold and lo, a black horse, that he sat and has a pair of balances in his hand. I heard in the midst the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny. 3 measures of barley for a penny. So what he's doing is he's weighing the people.
The options out, Who he wants to kill and stuff.
Who wants to kill, who's good, who's bad, and literally showing their true colors. Like, okay, I'm going to put them in this position. Let's see if they turn out good or they turn out bad.
Wait,
That's the black horse.
But so in the apocalypse, they're the one that saves everything. But so you're saying the front man might help them?
The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Oh,
they're
it's
the ones
like
that do the apocalypse.
Oh, okay. I thought it's the 4 people that save everyone. I was like,
no. But what the metaphor is, it's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse for the Squid Game. Because these are the 4 people that are going to take down the Squid Game, right?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, last
Number
one.
4.
Who would it be?
Number 4 is interesting.
Oh.
It's a character you wouldn't think.
No, it's the guard that was.
Yeah,
I knew it.
The guard number 11.
11, yeah.
Guard number 11. Check this out, fam. Guard number 11 is the red horse.
Yep.
Because what's she wearing?
Wear red.
She's wearing red. In the Bible,
The red horse.
the red horse is represented as the war horse.
Yeah, fam. Yo, boop, boop. Last time, boop, boop.
How was that character? The guard, literally the best sniper ever.
Yeah.
Literally just murking everybody, and
yeah.
she's skilled, right? So those are the 4 horsemen, and each one of them, we can already tell what's gonna go on.
Yeah.
So, I'll say the theory about the brother because it's gonna tie everything in and it's gonna solidify my theory. But let's talk about the red horse girl. Real quick.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the guard 11. We can see she's already been mistreated, right? By the other guards. She might have a change of heart and join the side of the rebellion trying to take down the Squid Game.
Yeah.
Because she's already being mistreated. She's already like almost got killed.
Yeah. They hinted her character in the amusement park one, remember? Because she was a mascot with a red uniform. And then one of her colleagues said, oh, you always last long in these uniforms. You don't get tired because you're so used to it. So boom, she's the one that turns into...
Wait, what was her animal?
It was like a bunny, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it relates to thing.
Imagine.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. It was a horse master?
Nah,
that's
a horse? No, that would be...
That would be wild, fam. Okay, now let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Ready? So there was a theory for season 1, and this was probably the biggest Squid Game theory ever.
Which one?
Was Ol Il Nam, the old guy.
Okay.
He was the father
of the front man.
Of Gihun.
Of
Gihun, the main character, right? Yeah, because in season 1 we saw, he was talking about, my son doesn't drink milk either. You're just like him. He was saying clues like that. He was saying, I recognize this neighborhood. And then Gihun also recognized the neighborhood. Yeah. And then remember when he was trying to put in the bank code and his code for his bank account, it was April 24.
Yeah.
And later in season 1, I think around the second last game, when they're playing the marbles, the old man says,
what do you know?
Wait, what day is it today? Is it the 24th? Because I have to buy a gift for my son. So Gihun and Ol Il Nam's son had the same birthday, which low-key means like Gihun is literally his son. But he's the father that abandoned his mother. And that's why you see in the original Squid Game, in season 1, the mother always talks about, Gihun, you have to be a good dad. You have to be a good dad. And she's stressing that because the father wasn't like that for them. And also, Gihun took the last name of his mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
That's also a really important detail.
Yeah.
Now,
so how does that foreshadow?
So the new theory for season 2 is that not only is Gihun the son of Ol Il Nam, Gihun is the brother of the front man. Of the front man.
Yeah, because the milk thing, right?
Yeah. So one of them is the obvious one. Is the milk thing. So Young Il, the front man, Young Il, when he was talking to the group, he was giving away his milk to the pregnant girl, and he said, I don't drink plain milk.
Yeah, who else doesn't drink plain milk?
Gihun literally said the exact same line in season 1, said, do you have any chocolate milk? Because I can't drink plain milk. That's what he said.
There was a lot of parallel lines in season 1 and season 2.
Now check this out. Young Il, the front man's name, Young Il in the game, fam, that's a reference to Ol Il Nam.
Yeah.
Old Il?
Young Il.
It's Young Il. Come on, bro. Come on.
Okay.
Bro. Now check this out. Yeah, literally. And then when he said his name, one of the characters, they said, "Oh, that's crazy because your name means 01."
Yeah.
That's what it means. Like apparently it means like 01. So it matches to your number.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh shit, what the fuck? Why does it line up like that? You know what Ol Il Nam means?
What?
Number 1 man.
Really?
So they literally have like the exact same name.
Wow.
They literally have the same like meaning.
Yeah. Damn.
Now check this out. That means what? That means the cop, because the cop's brothers with the front man.
Yeah.
And that's part of the plot. But in season 2, I don't know if you bagged it.
What?
When the cop was having dinner and they're talking about the brother that's missing, the mother says, Is it because he found out that I'm not his real mom?
Wait, she said that?
She said that. She literally said
What
that
scene was
exact line.
that?
It was early. I think it was episode 2.
Oh, okay. I probably forgot
Yeah,
about that.
it was
then.
literally episode 2 where the cop is talking with the mom,
Yeah.
his biological mom, about the brother.
Mm.
And she feels bad that the brother left and abandoned them and just disappeared.
Yeah.
Right? And she was saying, oh, is it because he found out that I'm not his real mom? And she feels guilty about it. This and that. So there we go. Young Il
Boom.
that's not his real mom.
Okay.
That means he's half brothers with the cop.
Yeah.
So if he's half brothers, where's his real mom? It was Gihun's mom. Gihun's mom is Young Il's mom. Gihun and Young Il are blood brothers.
So the front man and Gihun. That makes sense, low
Yeah.
key. Yeah, that makes sense. But they don't look alike though. That's the thing.
Nah, it doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter if they look alike or not.
But like
bro.
the hits, yeah, it does make sense.
And if you think about it, it makes sense so much because look, imagine what happened in season 1. It was old Il Nam and then Young Il running the game. And who won the game? Gihun.
Yeah.
So Loki, if your relative is in the game, you can make your relative win, no?
Yeah. No, everyone was so scared about remember that game where they had to go like this?
Yeah.
So there's a small detail that in season 1 that foreshadows that game. Because remember, people are like, oh, what if the front man messed up and they just killed him? And they ran out of time. Would they just kill him? No, because in the season 1, the front man, remember in the first game when he was watching everyone die in the red light, green light, and he was just like this in his chair?
Yeah.
There's a small detail, right? He does everything with his left hand. So he removed his mask with his left hand, right? He turned on the TV
with his left hand.
With his left hand, and he poured his drink and drank it with his left hand.
Oh, so when he was doing the thing.
In the game, do you remember when he was messing up on purpose? He was doing it with
used
his
his
right
right hand.
But then when he had to lock in,
He used
boom,
his left.
he used his left. Everyone started.
that makes sense.
But he did that shit on purpose to waste time and make it more dramatic. So
Yeah.
it's like, I'm with you guys, don't worry.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
because you don't want to win too. They're flying through that
W
shit.
writers, like the smallest shit will foreshadow.
Yeah, they were flying through that shit. So like, we gotta make it
Yeah, we
interesting.
gotta make
type
it
shit.
interesting.
We gotta make it interesting. So,
Yeah.
now check this out. Now, since we know the theory that the front man is the cop's brother,
Yeah.
let's tie everything together now. Let's tie everything together. We know he's brothers with Gihun through the theory. We know he's brothers with Gihun, and we know he's a half brother
with
of the cop.
the cop. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now check this. Doesn't it make sense? Remember in season 1 where he shot the brother in the shoulder, and then he made him survive, right?
Yeah. He was half dead.
He was half dead.
Yeah.
Who found him and saved him? The captain.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Oh, I know about
it's already proven because in season 2, the captain
Like tried to distract them from the island.
yes, and remember he killed one of like the
the
soldiers that
people.
were locking in on him. So that means the captain was hired by who? By the brother.
Yeah.
And everything's planned out to protect the brother in a sense. Now, if Young Il wants to do that for his brother, doesn't it make sense he'd do that for his blood brother as well? So that's why when Gihun went into the game, he went into the game as well. Because he doesn't want his brother to die. He wants to protect. He was actually in the game to protect his brother, bro. What else does he get out of playing the game?
But wait. Oh,
What else? What else does Young Il get out of playing the game? It's to protect Gihun.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
To make sure he survives.
Yeah. Now check this out. When the rebellion started, he had no other choice because he knew Gihun is gonna go and do some acts like that.
Yeah.
He had no
So
other
he
choice
had to
but to
actually
protect
take-
his brother. And remember that time, if he was really against Gihun, he wouldn't have saved Gihun's life.
That's what I'm saying. No, the ending was so fun because Gihun's right there, but he killed the guy beside him.
No. That too.
Yeah.
And earlier, remember when the Squid Game guards first came in and they planned to take the guns?
They would have killed him.
Yeah, they planned to take the guns, and Gihun was about to die. Literally, a guard was pointing the gun, and Young Il shot him with an MP5.
Yeah.
And saved Gihun's life.
Yep.
He wouldn't have done that. And even after, remember, he's like, "Oh, yo, thank you for that." And he said, "Don't worry, you can buy me like soju later."
I know.
Such a brotherly thing.
I know.
Come on, bro. That's
They're
his
gonna
bro.
have a drink later, fam.
That's literally his bro.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah. And I have a prediction too that I'm pretty sure will happen. Like I know how season 3 is gonna end up, and I'm pretty sure they would have done it, but they cut it out.
What?
So back in season 1, there was I think it was episode 5. It gave us a hint on how it was gonna end because the title on that episode was A Fair World. And remember the cop, he infiltrated the whole thing. He was climbing down the tunnel, and guess what? The guy said to him, he's like, "Don't touch that. There's a bomb in there."
Oh,
remember? So fam, yo, if you're gonna give us so much scenes of him trying to find the island and not complete it, so we know in season 3 he's gonna find the island. That the way they're gonna blow the whole island up is those bombs. Like, people forget that scene.
So you think that's what's gonna happen? They're just gonna blow it up.
So Gihun, the cop, and the frontman will probably, and probably the red guard will all. There's gonna be like a scene of them on the boat and shit, and the whole island just blowing up beside them. Like, people forgot about that bomb, bro.
Yeah. So and it makes sense. So people are still thinking like, okay, why does why does it seem like he's against Squid Game now?
Yeah.
Now the theory goes that the frontman the whole time.
Yeah.
He's already been there in reconnaissance, undercover, to bring down the games itself.
Oh, so he's like a past Gihun, but he's trying to lead he saw a new Gihun.
So instead of what Gihun's doing and becoming obvious bait and trying to destroy the games, he's trying to destroy the games from the inside. From the inside. Because now that the dad's gone, because you have to listen to your father, family. They're Korean. You know what I mean? You gotta listen to your father. But now that the father's away, he can now take down the games, but there's still a lot of money involved. There's a lot of other executives, VIPs, whatever. And he can't just take it down. They're gonna go after him. So how does he do it? He has to do it sneakily.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
And no one, I'm pissed that they didn't bring, because whatever happened to the daughter?
What daughter? Oh, his Gihun's daughter?
And I feel like I have this is my own prediction. It might not happen or it may, but in the end credits, you remember they flashed the boy doll?
Yeah.
So there was like a mid-credit scene. This is my own prediction. So that, and there was also right after a train light that said either green or red.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It was like a train track.
Yeah, train track. So what makes sense in this situation of ethics? We brought up this question on the podcast before too.
Yeah.
The railway question, the trolley question.
Oh, so that's what it's going to be, the trolley question.
Yeah, and this is my prediction. It's either going to be Jihun's daughter or it's like a bunch of contestants. Oh, that's my own. That's crazy. If that happens, man's clip that.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, it makes the most sense because maybe it's like the front man saying, oh, regardless of what's happening, fam, people are going to die.
Yeah.
And what's the trolley game? Regardless, people are going to die.
Yeah, yo. That'd be crazy. Yeah, the trolley question is crazy.
Gihun's like, oh fuck, I gotta do it.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I hope that, because if that happens, then I have another theory that literally ties everything together.
Yeah.
So if that happens, that's very similar to what happened in one of the most popular and most coveted like Korean movies ever,
Which one?
Oldboy. So Squid Game, especially the beginning of Squid Game, season 2, there's so much references to Oldboy. So you know that tooth thing where he's taking his tooth out?
Well, I didn't watch Oldboy, so you have to explain
that exact shot where the tooth is getting pulled out.
Yeah,
that was in Oldboy.
Damn,
like literally the exact shot. Also, the hotel they're staying at, the pink hotel. The wallpaper,
same thing as
the calendar is exactly the same. The color of the hallways, the way the hallway moves, it literally is the same hotel as what happened in Oldboy. Literally the exact same hotel where Daesu, the character in Oldboy, was trapped in.
Yeah, that's super sick though.
Crazy.
That's W reference.
So check this out. Ready?
Okay.
So there's more details to Ol Il Nam and what's it called? What's his name? Young Il being sons. Being Young Il being Il Nam's son.
Okay.
So remember when he was telling Gihun, when he first met Gihun, he was telling him, "Oh, my wife is sick."
Yeah.
And telling the sob story, right?
Yeah.
Bro, check this out. The sob story he was telling him is in the perspective of Ol Il Nam. The reason why Ol Il Nam left Gihun's mom, because Gihun's mom was sick.
That makes sense.
So he was saying the sob story to connect to him. He was changing like 1-2 things because he can't make it obvious.
Yeah.
But he was telling the same story.
And he's like, yo, this sounds similar, fam. But he didn't notice.
Because he's trying to show the father's side. Because maybe he does still feel for his father.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Damn, I didn't back that one.
Yeah,
I didn't back that
there's
one.
so much. Okay, so there's another one. Ready?
Yeah.
It's a hidden detail.
Okay.
Crazy detail. Remember when the shaman lady, she was betrayed by like a certain group.
And
then
after the game, carousel, right?
Yeah, and then she cursed all of them.
Yeah.
She cursed all of them, and then the old woman went like this, and she's like patting off her body.
What was that?
That's a superstition.
Oh, okay.
Because the shaman lady cursed them and cursed that like group of like 5 people.
Yeah.
She did her superstition to like ward off the curse.
Yeah.
Now in Asian superstition, you're supposed to spit and then brush yourself off.
Okay.
She did that to 3 other characters. Boom, 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 boom,
Oh,
boom,
and
boom.
they all-
Camera cut before she could get to one other guy, and is like farther from her. Maybe she didn't get to him because the next game he died.
No!
But all the other 3 survived.
Survived?
They survived. So the only
Really?
person that ended up getting cursed was the only one that didn't get brushed off.
Damn. Oh, you know in the poster too, like the poster of Squid Game when they were the carousel like this?
Yeah.
All the characters in the front are the ones that survived. They kind of spoiled the whole thing.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you know when they're like this, so there's like 6 characters in the front.
Yeah.
Right? And in that poster, all of them survived. They were random characters too. You know what I mean? But like they kind of gave it away.
I feel like that's usually a given because you can kind of tell the main
Yeah,
characters.
I
Like,
know,
oh,
but-
this guy's gonna last.
Yeah, but every one of them though, like, wouldn't they give like at least another main character? Because the Thanos guy died. Like,
True.
at least
He
put
wasn't
him on
in
the-
it.
Yeah, I know he wasn't in it.
Okay.
like put him on it, but he's like a good character.
So all the people that survived.
were on the poster.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Also for the bag, like the one
I know. Yeah, but the next games coming up are fire though. The monkey bars, the
Yeah.
But that's
So-
the obvious thing.
Because that's another like hidden detail too. If you guys
Yeah.
didn't know, in season 1, they actually put literally all the games they're gonna play are on the wall.
Yeah, I know.
And
So what was it?
it
In
was
season 2.
in season 2. So far, they did the carousel one.
Carousel.
They did the race. Or
Okay.
sorry, the green light, red light, green light.
Yeah. But the new ones I'm talking about. Like I know there's monkey
Oh, the
bars.
new one's coming, you're saying?
Yeah, and
so
human
there's a theory
chess.
for that.
Oh, what?
Because it's not confirmed.
Yeah.
One of them is the monkey bar, sure.
Uh-huh.
But we still don't know how many games they're going to play. Because for all we know, like, the next game they play is the last game.
Yeah,
and it could
yeah.
be the trolley
The
game. It could be
trolley
whatever.
game, that would
be
be sick.
Crossroads, right? Well, also, there's another Korean game. I think it has to do with, like, a water bucket. And then you're supposed to
Jack and
climb
Jill?
up. Jack and Jill.
Oh, with the 2, that makes sense now. The
Yeah,
two,
because
the girl
it's
and
the two, the boy and the girl.
Yeah.
But I have a theory.
Okay.
And it's literally in plain sight the whole time. And it's the most obvious whenever you're looking like at the wall.
Yeah.
It's a huge checkerboard.
That's the human chess thing that I
It's
said.
yeah, human chess. But what if it's not chess?
What do you think it is?
What if it's not chess? Because I have a theory. Every single game they play is resembles gambling because they're all gambling addicts. They're all gambling addicts.
Oh yeah.
So each one of them, they usually have like gambling issues. That's why they're in debt. Check this out.
Okay.
Every single game they play, red light, green light, it's like the horse race. The carousel one, fam, you know what that was?
What?
That was roulette. If you look at each one of the doors, they had different numbers.
Oh,
that was roulette, bro.
Wait.
Okay, the spinning game.
Craps.
Yeah, it could be. But also that one is literally like the derby
Yeah, I know,
race.
yeah.
But my theory, the reason I don't think it's chess is because I think it's something even crazier. I think, and it ties into the first one of the new games, the recruiter was playing with all of the other people, all of the homeless people.
What?
What did he do? He had a bun and then he had
The lottery ticket.
a lottery ticket and asked them choose one.
Yeah.
The next game, the final game maybe, is a lottery ticket, is a scratch off ticket.
Wait, so lottery ticket or death or what is
Check it out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Minesweeper. They're gonna choose,
That's hard.
because it's literally a big ass chessboard.
Yeah.
It's like a checkerboard, right?
That's
but
hard.
it's too big. It looks way too big to be a chessboard, and it's
Minesweeper.
long like this. My theory, fam, you know what that is?
Mm.
That's literally Minesweeper, but it's gonna be like a lottery ticket. So they choose which one they want to go on,
Yeah.
and then they reveal whether it's a bomb or they survive.
That makes more sense because chess is too much strategy. In Squid Games, there's no strategy in this thing.
There's no strategy,
It's luck,
exactly,
and
it's luck.
Minesweeper is luck.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lottery ticket. It's
Yeah.
the scratch off ticket, a giant one.
That's a good theory,
Right?
fam. Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
that. I'm like, it has to be.
No,
There's
because
way.
chess is too much strategy.
I thought
fam.
chess too. I thought chess too because in you remember when Gihun goes into that car
Yeah.
and then because he's trying to find the front man, right? And when he talks to the front man, who's he talking to? The gold piggy, the gold piggy bank, and then under it is what?
Yeah.
It was a chessboard
Yeah,
underneath the gold piggy.
But there's too much tiles for chess, low key.
But that one has too much tiles.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? And it goes into like a theory we talked about before.
Oh, the symbolism?
The symbolism
Of the...
So we how we talked about in the Bible, they said people say like the pigs are the ones that got possessed by the demons.
Yeah, and
because in the Bible, when Jesus casted out the demons from possessed people, the demons went into the pig. Pig.
Yeah.
The symbolism, fam. Piggy bank. Where do you put the money? The money is root of all evil. Oh. You put the money in the pig, bro. The evil is in the pig, bro.
Bro,
that's crazy.
hard. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is a piggy bank, but it's like I didn't get that.
Yeah,
because piggy banks are known for to put money in. But
to put money.
But the fact that that's the symbol of Squid Game, like they're fighting for that. Yeah, that makes sense.
They're fighting for that, and the concept of pigs being evil, being possessed by demons. It makes sense.
They're possessed by money, dog.
Possessed by money.
Yeah.
Possessed by evil. That's evil right there, bro.
Oh my god.
That's evil right there.
I thought you were gonna talk about the symbolism of because it may not. They might have like pump faked it with chess, but as long as the chessboard is the Masonic symbols, because at the end of the season 1, when they were at the table at the triangle, what was below them? The chessboard. So now it's like they probably just put that chessboard to pump fake. Oh no, it's not chess. That's just symbolism, but it's actually Minesweeper.
Yeah,
that's a W symbolism right there.
Yeah, it could be because originally what I thought it was gonna be because Gihun and Young Il, the front man, are both in the game. I thought eventually it would have been like you said, chess, and then Gihun is the player. And then Young Il is the other player, so they're like the team. They're like the team captains.
Yeah, but that wouldn't make sense though.
It wouldn't make sense anymore. Yeah,
there's no motive now.
I don't think because the lottery ticket makes sense.
Yeah,
because each game it resembles gambling.
Yeah,
each game literally resembles gambling.
Did you know the loan shark too? That was in the first season. That was at the Derby. He was like, "Yo, I need my money."
Yeah,
he came back in season 2.
That's his friend, right?
No, he came back as the hitman. So now he went from the loan shark. And then he developed his character. Now he's the hitman.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
what
you didn't notice
what
that?
Hitman?
The hitman in the beginning.
Wait, what?
That was a hidden, like, characters
Who's
coming
the
back.
hitman in the beginning?
The loan shark. Remember the guy was like, yo, I need my fucking money?
Where's the hitman, though? I don't remember it. Man, I probably skipped that.
And the girl, the broker that Sabuk went to, and she was talking about money and stuff, he reappeared too. It was the guard 11 went to him before going to the games. You don't remember that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a little like.
Oh no, it was. You're right.
Yeah,
I do remember that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that guy. I remember that guy specifically.
But the hitman wasn't a burgundy. It was like a burgundy thing. You don't remember that?
Fuck, I
the
don't.
Loan shark.
I really don't. Damn.
Yeah.
I recognize the Gihun's friend. You know when Gihun
came back
betting on the horses?
Yeah.
The one beside him, that's literally the guy
came back,
in season 2. In season 2.
Yeah, he came back
from season 1.
Yeah, but damn, bro. That's why I'm like people are saying like season 2 is trash. Like, no, that shit is just a perfect lineup to season 3.
Yeah,
because
it is.
I feel like Netflix and all the YouTubers ruined Squid Game.
Why?
Right? So there was so much parodies that there was
you expect a lot more.
Now in season 2, we already know we don't get the shock factor. You remember in season 1, you were like, whoa, what is going on? We already know what's gonna happen. People are gonna die. So they didn't get that shock factor.
Yeah.
Plus, I could say the character, like chemistry, wasn't as good as season 1. Cause
it's still good. I don't know.
Fam,
I like it though.
But did you cry? Did you cry at any points?
No.
Fam, I cried during that scene where like remember that girl and Sabyuk and they threw in marbles? She's like, I'll see you in Jeju Island.
But did anyone we care about die yet?
That's what I'm saying. No, like
they're saving that for season 3.
Yeah, I know, but
they're saving that for
fam,
season 3,
there was no Ali. There was no like everyone loved Ali. There was no.
I don't think there was one character that we really
that
really
was
cared
really
about
like fuck, like except for the pregnant girl. I would say the closest.
She died?
No,
she didn't die.
No, like the pregnant girl, like we were all rooting for. Like
yeah, she didn't die though.
Yeah, she didn't die.
See, they're saving that shit for the
I know,
they're saving that for the big ones.
But they should have just did 3 more episodes. Boom, boom, boom. Get that shit over and done with.
Who knows though? Because now we're gonna watch.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
now we're gonna watch.
He gets paid more. He's living a real Squid Games. He needs money, fam.
That's why.